Like ଆପଣଙ୍କର 376 AB
sir 63 and 376 and 2N and 60967 of POCSO Act. Charge sheet has been already in the medical exemption also the
ଗୋଟେ କଥା ମୁଁ କେତେ ଥର ବୁଝେଇବି ମତେ କୁହନ୍ତୁ ବୁଝି ପାରୁଛନ୍ତି କି ନାହିଁ? You are free to tell me that. ଆପଣ ସେକ୍ସନ ଏ ଯୋଉ ସେକ୍ସନ ଯୋଉ ଦଫା ଲାଗିଛି ସେ ଦଫାରେ ନୋଟିସ ଯିବ କି ନାହିଁ?
sir notice has to be issued.
ନାଇଁ ସାର୍ କହିଲେ ତ ମୁଁ ବୁଝି ପାରୁନି ଆଜ୍ଞା।
notice has to be issued.
କଟିଗଲେ
It has to be issued to the victims and notice has not been issued. The Honorable I pray to the Honorable to notice to the victims. Already the examination has been, the PW 1, 2, 3 has been already commenced and they have not been stated against the accused prisoner.
ठीक अछि
sir
ठीक अछि से आपण दीटा केस गोटे कॉपी देबे एजीए को से पठेबे आयो को दिंदो सेपटे दुश्चंदी आपण हम तो जानि पछ ना इट इज नॉट दैट दे केही नांतो बोली तने डिस्टर्बेंस होची सामने रे अछंती लॉयर्स कोन लेखले नहीं सॉरी आपण गोटे कॉपी कोर्ट रे फाइल करिए
sir
छडा जीवो से जो कोर्टिंग सेशन सेठी से माने नोटिस पठेबे और आपण जोटा चाहुचंते रिलाय करिया पई से कॉपी फाइल करिवे और एजीएम को कॉपी देबे स्टेटमेंट ठीक अछि एटा आसीबो जेतु नोटिस जाउची 26/4 और व्हेन आई सीट नेक्स्ट आया एटा के चलछि 2 चलछि 3 मिस्टर असित कुमार जेना फॉर द पिटिशनर Mr. A.K. Nanda, AGA for the state. The learned counsel for the petitioner seeks accommodation to advance arguments as prayed for. List on 19 चला गोटे शॉर्ट adjournment दिला कोन 26 कर दियंतु 26
item 4
yes Mr. Dora
please your lordship the 20 page lordship similar
putting sir
again similar putting nothing has been seized from the person of the
yeah because against a prosecution allegation kono kohuntu
again kichi no nothing has been seized from the
that to haboni sai se apon कोन प्रॉब्लम होजी कहले apon से जो ये दरकार कोन से जो हरकुलिस नथला की कोन कहबे 1 क्विंटल गंजेई was nothing was seized
lordship have glad
हरकुलिस has to be implicated नले apon को गिरी गोवर्धन सेही टाइप रो आर्गुमेंट कले केमते हो से सुप्रीम कोर्ट रे कहले आज्ञा 1 क्विंटल गंजे हाई कोर्ट कहले नथिंग वाज सीज्ड फ्रॉम द पोजीशन कैन इट बी सीज्ड फ्रॉम पोजीशन
no it was seized from the lordship held that on in a public lordship have a glance yes
मोटरसाइकिल करे रे
आगे मोटरसाइकिल तीनटा आस्तिले मोटरसाइकिल करी छादे के सर तांकरी मोटरसाइकिल was seized from the spot
ताल नी जिवे से तो ताको घर जाई तापर 3-4 दिन परे पहुंचले
आगे
एटा सही केस
आगे सेम केस लordship have a glance page 19 lordship have began to application that is on in a group they done this so some had
मोटरसाइकिल
मोटरसाइकिल नहीं लordship अरे मोटरसाइकिल has been seized तीन जन लोक पिला आस्तला
अरे ओनरशिप मो आपण से ओनरशिप
मो गाड़ी तक मन नहीं that is the finding of the learned session judgment but the
से रेकॉर्ड ता आपण पर आसले की
no
से रेकॉर्ड ता नहीं आसंतु कॉपी डिटेल अछि
copy but the fact
आपण बुझ पर नांती आपण वर्तमान एटा मो रेगुलर बेंच नो मो पाको आछे केवल मो आगुरु एटा डील करछि वीकेंड आसले डिफिकल्ट होछि से रेकॉर्ड से आनिबा माने आई मीन ताको पय फ्राइडे सैटरडे दिया से डिफिकल्ट सेटा आपण 19 तारिख को रखिबा ना नहीं आज आनि परि रेकॉर्ड ता
19 को रखंतु
ठीक है नेक्स्ट डेट के 19 आज है ठीक है
से आलवे रेकॉर्ड्स में जो पे डिस्पोज ऑफ
मिस्टर दोरा इनटू से कंफ्यूज होंतु नहीं बी क्लियर इन योर सबमिशन दे मोटरसाइकिल सुनतो आपण एप्रिहेंसिव काई के होचंती जदि मोटरसाइकिल आपण को ना रे अछि
दैट इज द फाइंडिंग
लॉस देखन तो नाले आपण ऑर्डर देखन तो आपण हाई पारे एप्रिहेंसिव दैट्स दैट कॉपी करंतु ऐसे ही तो लक्ष्य आपण कंफ्यूज दे के दे टेक एडवांटेज से सबमिशन इज
They had gone in and given other similarly placed accused persons in a religion.
କହିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଥିଲି but ସେ କହିଲେ ଯେ ଗାଡି କଥା କହିଲେ ନାହିଁ ସେ ଗାଡି he became somehow ମାନେ jittery ଗାଡି ବିଷୟରେ ସେ confuse ହେଇଗଲେ
ଅଲଗା ଆଡକୁ ପଳଉଛନ୍ତି but similarly placed accused person, my lord, page 19, my lord, running page 19, my lord has granted bail to the similarly placed accused persons. He's placed in the same footing, my lord. Same story.
Mr. Nanda, just look at the earlier order, paragraph 2. ସେଟା କୋଉ ପେଜ ରେ ଅଛି earlier order? Page କେତେ?
Page 19. ହଁ
19 ମୋର ପେଜ ମାର୍କ ହେଇନି କଣ? ଆଚ୍ଛା ଆପଣ ଲଗେଇଛନ୍ତି?
ମୁଁ କରିଛି running page 19.
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଠିକ ଅଛି. So para 2 रे I have noted that they were arrested from their home. माने मोटरसाइकल आपण रास्ता रे देखिले मोटरसाइकल थुआ आइतला केही नथिले. आ प्रोसिक्यूशन केस हला जे से मोबाइल फोन डिटेक्ट हला जे से कथा आइतले गेले.
जिनसो छाड़ी की मोटर छाड़ी
सेटा आपण नाही सेटा नाही. सेटा तो से बहुत ताकू माने पुश करले मिस्टर स्टैंडिंग काउंसिल. But that is not your, please find out जे if you have seen someone the allegation seen माने allegation एली हबो. But you are implicating them that they were in conversation. So that is how my view is that then active possession upon then it becomes a dangerous precedent.
I think, my lord, they were.
रास्ता रे गोटे मोटरसाइकल आ गंजे थुआ आइছে.
No, एटा स्टोरी. हाँ रास्ता थुआ आइছে कोन? नहीं सेमन सेमन जाउले ना नहीं.
ठीक है पारा 2 टा देखि दियंत. मुझे सेटा रेकॉर्ड भी करछि.
आज्ञा.
Page 19 para 2 से सब पारा जो अछि Learned Counsel for the petitioner submits that petitioner was arrested from his home on 9/5/23. Whereas the allegation is that the contraband was seized on public road, kept in 3 motorbikes on 11/4/2023.
It is para 2.
Then para 3, sir.
Yes, my lord, but case 12, my lord, you will see. FI story.
And
Your lordship, my lord, case 12, FI story.
para 4, I have purposefully not referred to your submission.
No.
The problem is that may amount to, touching the merits of the case. I have simply said that you say that 125 kg of Kinti Sijala Konela have avoided.
Now it says, while we are performing patrolling near the village so and so, at about 11 of the contraband ganja by that road from the village so and so to other area of Malkanville district and so also to outside the state. Hence, I arrest 2 motorcycle, 2 number of witnesses so and so. It says thereafter from visible distance, we saw that 3 persons were sitting on 3 motorcycle in which some plastic bags filled with some articles inside it being tied on the back side of the motorcycle, and some of the plastic bags were kept near them. We immediately rushed towards them. On seeing the police persons approaching towards them, they left their motorcycle and plastic bags and fled away. From the spot, taking the advantage of the dense forest. How ganja was coming out. This is my humble.
No, please read patiently till they identify 3 persons. That is not there. But I am not reflecting that because you are free to argue that in the court.
Yes, that is the merit of the case at the court.
So that is but if you have anything that they found out those 3 persons, then please read that. But अच्छी जाने point more किसी problem नहीं. I have no, you can take time.
No,
देखिए दियो उनको पहले.
Let me get the record, my lord. Because your lordship has granted bail to some other similarly placed persons.
No, this is the same incident or a different incident?
Same incident.
Because the problem is that they don't say that these are the persons who were present. Suppose they chased, they were in a hot pursuit, what you call hot pursuit, and they chased them down. Fine.
Yes.
or some description, like in any criminal case, you have to identify the particular escaping accused, some description.
Yes.
Somebody seen, that is not there.
3 persons were there, 2 persons have.
Now the question is that how they have implicated.
Yes.
Because they could have planted the witnesses. Because but that would have made it difficult for the prosecution.
At that stage.
In a way, they are also interested enough not to deviate from their story.
Yes.
But at this stage, this conscious possession part, how do you establish? তারপরে সে ফোন কথা ওদের লেখা হয়েছে, they found out some conversation, so details are not there. এটা সেই কেস না, ওটা
সেটাকে মোবাইল ফোনটা I was only submitting my lord because out of 3, 2 persons have already been granted bail by your lordship.
No, it was hard on several occasions. Because I also tried to understand the law, that what amounts to conscious possession, or whether I mean the prosecution says that they were informed that 3 persons were standing. That's it.
That is the trial.
After 7 days, say they because the amount of seizure being made nowadays, then anyone is vulnerable.
What I am submitting, my lord, when some people, my lord, run away while taking ganja, it is
Of course.
It is there. So
But there is at least there is a prosecution evidence or the statement in the affair that this fellow was standing, and they say so that some persons were standing and they fled away.
There was a conscious possession of some persons.
6% also.
Some persons were consciously possessing ganja and trying to and transporting that. While seeing the policeman, my lord, they have fled away. Your lordship may consider, my lord.
Say same order कर देबे.
Yes, ma'am.
कुछ ଆପଣ କଷ୍ଟଡି କେତେ ଦିନ ରହିଲେନି?
କଷ୍ଟଡି ଲର୍ସିପ ଅଛି 16-11-23 ଲର୍ସିପ।
ସେଥିରେ
16-11 ସେ ହେତେ ଲର୍ସିପରେ ଟିକେ ଅଧିକା ଅଛନ୍ତି। 9-5-23 3-4 ମାସ।
ଆପଣ 16,000 କେସରେ ରହିଛନ୍ତି?
ଆଜ୍ଞା।
Page 19 ଅଛି। Mr. UC Dora for the petitioner, Mr. Eken on the AGA for the state. Here the conditions will be those about 12 conditions I am imposing, that will be there. Condition ସବୁ ଦେଇଦେବେ, ମୁଁ ତାକୁ edit କରିବି ଆଉ allowed. It is submitted that the petition is in custody since 16/11/2023.
16-11-23
Yes.
Item 5.
May I please?
Yes, please.
In this case, petitioner is inside custody since 21 May 23, my lord.
Yes.
And in this case, charge sheet has been submitted under section 395 and 123 of the IPC. In this case, 4 co-accused persons has been granted bail by your lordships in para 11. I have mentioned, my lord.
से आपण एफिडेविट दियंतु कि ये लोकल तो या महेश फॉर्म ये
नहीं झारखंड आ गया
आपण दियंतु, डोंट वेस्ट टाइम। किए हेबे लोकल ये रिजन सेटा आपण दियंतु। इफ यू वांट टू हेल्प द पिटिशनर
आगे
टेक एक्सपेडिशियस स्टेप। आपण आज नहीं करी 4 सप्ताह 4 मास पर कहउचंती हम एफिडेविट देबो, डोंट डू दैट।
ना एटा फास्ट
क्रिमिनल प्रोक्लिविटी दियंतु ना। आई अंडरस्टैंड सर, आई अंडरस्टैंड फास्ट टाइम आछि, आई डोंट से दैट, but upon straight away bring that affidavit on record that where 2 local persons will be stand surety. Either you be ready for verification promote or become a pauper.
I have seen that order, my lords.
Yes.
But it's not gone.
So why has become a pauper?
But
All those things.
my lord, since 16 to 2023, more than a year.
You are not saying
More than a year.
situation is acute here. This person indulging in such and putting people in such terrible condition.
And obviously.
So
Absolutely.
it's not only a crime against one individual, it's a crime against the society and the people.
Absolutely.
So
So one want to call it
ମୋର ଖାଲି ଏତିକି ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟ, ଟଙ୍କାଟା କେମିତି ଆସିକି ପହଞ୍ଚିବା କଥା।
I have told. But since I am in the other matter, like other matters, I am not directing anything.
Yes.
So he has to come on his own and say that I will be depositing this money.
Yes, my lords.
Great.
Same as the earlier matter.
Yes.
That you want to seek indulgence, you want to obtain instruction and
Yes,
file
yes,
affidavit.
yes.
Which you advised.
Yes.
You file that affidavit. It will come on 19th or 26th?
19th.
19th or?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Item 7.
My lordship, my senior is on his way. Item may be taken right after this matter.
Okay.
He's on his way. Thank
Yes. Call Quorum. 7 pass over.
Item 8.
Mr. Tibrewal? Yes.
Lordship, I'm appearing on behalf of Mr. Satpal, Lordship, counsel for the CGST.
Okay.
So we will file counters to obtain instruction, Lordship.
Madam, why this has been, why this has come to me?
Because bail was granted to the co-accused by your lordship, By your lordship's order, bail was granted.
So you please find out also anything different.
Yes, sir.
Because now it is well settled that two accused with similar allegations by the prosecution, if is there anything, then he has a right for to be considered for bail. So if so it is more important that you find out anything rather aggravating. Obviously, I mean your argument is that he is equally put at least, not less. And according to you, Mr. Tibrewal, how is situated?
Lordship is equal footing, lordship. Even lesser footing, not equal. He is at lesser footing, lordship. As per the
Why
charge.
do you say lesser footing?
Because your lordship, when the first bail was argued, all the allegations was on that person concerned, your lordship, Nitin Kapoor. He is the according to the department, he is just this person was just a facilitator. Nitin Kapoor was the mastermind in their charge sheet, your lordship.
So the other petition counter was filed.
Yes, your lordship.
Okay. তাহলে এটা হচ্ছে Mr. Tibrewal, Saurabh Tibrewal for the petitioner. Your name, sir?
Devasis Hajra, Lordship.
Devasis Hajra. Devasis Hajra, along with on behalf of Tushar on behalf of Tushar Kanti Satpathy, senior standing counsels,
CGST, Central Excise Custom.
But this is GST, I think.
CGST.
So CGST and Central Excise Customs. Aspara. So and so place for bill. Second para likhibe, since earlier BL APL 9999 of 2023 filed by the co-accused arising out of the Sotsam affair was considered by this bench and disposed of by judgment dated 23/11/2023. The matter has been placed before this bench for consideration. It is submitted by the learned counsel for the petitioner that the petitioner is at the most in equal footing as far as the allegations of the prosecutions is concerned against him. Learned counsel on behalf of the Tushar Kanti Satpathy along with Kordiantu, the learned senior standing counsel, GST, submits that he shall obtain instruction and file counter. How much time?
3 weeks time. 3 weeks.
3 weeks bail in to me.
Lordship, copy was also served to them on March 5th. So already 1 month.
Call it. It is submitted by the counsel for the petitioner that copy of the. You want another copy, or one copy will do.
Also another copy.
The copy of the petition has been served on the learned senior standing counsel on 5
Your lordship.
March.
Yes, lordship.
5/3/2024. He shall serve an extract extra copy on the senior standing counsel by When shall you serve?
Course of the day, Lordship.
During course of the day. List on 26/4/2024. Because your earlier counter is completely elaborate. I mean, you have not left nothing in the earlier counter. Whatever you have filed. So you can replicate that for the purpose of record. Because here the charge sheet has been filed. I hope you are following.
Yes, sir.
This is not that a pending investigation. That new facts are discovered and all that. So as far as the allegation is concerned, your counter is voluminous, much bigger than that petition. So you can just simply file that. And that is how the judgment also substantially has become voluminous because of your dealing with those things.
All the
Aspects.
submissions were there.
Yes.
Item 9,
26/4 when this bench sits next.
item 9,
Obligation, Lordship.
Hello, my case has been passed over.
Yes, yes. 7 call. Just one pass over. I remember. Just a second. Yes.
May I please
Item 9, sir. Yours matter.
9.
And go to second. Tagar one pass over korthile tagar. Mr. Tripathi.
My lord, my specific averment. Also, I have brought your lordship's order. Similar order your lordship has passed. And they have all, in paragraph 10 of my bail application, page 4. Only your lordship may kindly see page 4, paragraph 10. That in the meantime, this honorable court was pleased to release the co-accused, namely Shilu, Pramod Behra, whose name appears in the FIR.
Sir, para 2 of that bill, there was an affidavit on behalf of the petitioner. Have you filed here? Because conditions I cannot change. In these matters, immediately you should follow that pattern. Because I am not changing any order.
That order, those orders has been passed, my lord. In my present case, my lord.
Upon affidavit indicating past allegations of criminal proclivity, if any. Just look at ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଯୋଉ ବିଏଲଏଫଏଲ ଅର୍ଡରଟା କରିଛନ୍ତି ଏନକ୍ଲୋଜ 16 ଟିକେ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ 17 ର ପାରା
17. Para 2.
ନାଇଁ ଏଇଟା ନୁହଁ ଏଇଟା ଅରିଜିନାଲଟା ନୁହଁ that is BLAPL 7531
7531.
ପାରା 2 ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ
Co-accused.
ଆଜ୍ଞା ତାର ସେ ହିଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହୁଛି ପାରା 2 ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ
Counsel for the petitioner refers to the affidavit dated 11/10/23 filed on behalf of the petitioner through his elder brother.
yes ସେ ଜିନିଷଟା ମତେ ଦେଖାନ୍ତୁ ଏଥିରେ ଦେଖାନ୍ତୁ
Where it has been stated that the petitioner has no past allegation of the criminal activity against him.
yes
Satan, my lord, I have taken that averment.
I had condition change happening because these affidavits are being filed since long. I sat for few days.
Then I will do it. His wife will file on.
Whoever, because whoever आपण affidavit file करेंगे, copy solve करिए. One thing may concern you. Don't hesitate to disclose the details. Because it should match with their police papers.
That's right.
Often what is happening usually, you are getting instruction, getting the information from their papers.
My lord, no. I have also taken the information from the.
I'm not saying in your case.
Yes, my lord.
But there should not be any discrepancy. That is what I am telling. You say there is no allegation. They say there are 5 allegations. That should not happen.
No, that is not there. Because, my lord, this is an affidavit filed by an advocate, my lord. We are filing this affidavit.
Because it falls about you can ask you can ask your learned colleagues. They have seen who advocates from Baleshwar. They filed affidavit for an orphan.
Your lordship may.
Then somehow I asked that you find out the orphan's father, mother, and wife. They are staying in Kembujar. The lawyer has filed the affidavit in Baleshwar. Not from this bar, but this is happening. So they will take you for a ride. The same thing happens.
ସେଇଟା ମୋ
ବିଷମ ସମସ୍ୟା ହେଇଗଲାଣି, and that is how you have seen these 2 orders from the
which bail bond, my lord, I will file the affidavit, my lord.
No, here you have to file. That condition has to be satisfied before granting this order.
Because now the problem is, if your lordship will sit regularly, then I can.
You see, I will, but you have to file, you should have filed that affidavit.
My lord, that I am not, because when I saw
Not seen the order.
no, my lord, I have also seen the.
Wherever I have granted bail, because these conditions were being imposed earlier. When the roster was with Justice Sahoo and Justice Narsingh and made all other benches. I am not for, this is not for the first time that I am doing this. You file that affidavit. You file that affidavit and again serve copy to enable him to obtain instruction and you'll be taking it up.
Next question.
କେବେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି? 19 ନା 26 କେବେ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି?
ଆଜ୍ଞା
19 ତାରିଖ ନା 26 ତାରିଖ? Usually I'm keeping it on Friday.
Friday ରଖିଛନ୍ତି
19 26 ତିନି ସବୁଗୁଡାକ Friday ସେଇଟା ପଚାରୁଛି.
ନାଇଁ
Mr. Viren Shankar Tripathi for the petitioner. Mr. A.K. Nanda, AG for the state. First para likhiyo, the BLAP has been filed so and so so. 12 days kari haban.
ମୁଁ ଡାକିଦେବି କାଲି affidavit file କରିଦେଇ ଦେଇଦେବି
Karan. Because I have to be sure that the DB is not functioning. I cannot break the DB. That is my difficulty. Call likhe. Second para likhantu, since by earlier order dated 21/12/2023. अच्छा आपण आउ गोटे बिल बीएलएपी देखुछन सेटा कोन ऑर्डर ता
Justice C.R. Das order, Honorable Justice C.R. Das order. Annex to the present bail application.
सेटा एबीएलएपी नहीं से नो आउ प्रधान जानि रे आपनकर एबीएलएपी consider करा होनी प्रधान जानि says if a BLAP has been disposed of, the same bench has to consider.
Yes. So it has come to your lordship.
मिस्टर रफ आपण श्योर तो कौन ना मुझे ऑर्डर भी भूल भाल जो फिर कौन 21 बार जो ऑर्डर सही भले एटा हो तो माइलर और लिख सिविल 21/12/2023 the BLAPL number 7531 of 2023 filed by a co-accused filed by another accused arising out of the same FIR/GR case/ PS case, FIR, PS case, GR case. Was considered by this court and disposed of. The present petition has been placed before this bench for consideration of the prayer for bail. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that he shall obtain further instructions from the petitioner and file affidavit if so advised on behalf of the petitioner to seek indulgence of the court as far as prayer for bail is concerned. Accordingly, as prayed for list on 19/4/24 when this bench sits next. Copy of the affidavit, if any, that shall be filed, shall be served on the learned counsel for the state to enable him to obtain instruction. Mr. Nanda, you also collect the records of the other matter.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Have you looked at the BLAPL 7531 of 2023?
He has mentioned about in paragraph 10, my lord.
Okay.
There are 3 bail applications which are allowed involving the other similarly placed accused person that the pleading he has taken, my lord.
75.
Para 10, your lordship says.
7531. Yes. Get those records.
Yes.
Yes.
Item 9.
May I please your lordship?
Yes, please.
Petitioner is facing trial for being charged for commission of offence punishable under section 379 and 328.
Are they rejected by this bench?
Earlier rejected for non-appearance, non-appearance.
Sorry?
For non-appearance, it was rejected.
Non-appearance to ମୁଁ କରେନି ପେପର non-appearance ଆପଣ ଯଦି ସିଷ୍ଟମାଟିକାଲି non-appearance ହଉଥିବ ତାହେଲେ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ହେଇଥିବ.
And the petitioner has been inside custody since about more than a year.
ତାହେଲେ ମେରିଟରେ କିଛି ଆଗରୁ ହେଇନି.
Na merit.
ଆଚ୍ଛା till now prosecution trial କଣ ହେଲା?
2 witnesses has been examined.
You want to examine that? Have you found anything in those statements which will help the petitioner in getting bail?
With me at present, I will collect the statement and
ତାହେଲେ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ମିଷ୍ଟର ସଞ୍ଜୀବ ବିଶ୍ୱାଳ
Sir.
ଆପଣଙ୍କ ନାଁ ସଞ୍ଜୀବ ବିଶ୍ୱାଳ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ନାଁ ସାର୍
AC Ratha.
Mr. AC Ratha along with Mr. Sanjeev Bishwal for the petitioner. Mr. Mrs. Suman Patnaik AGA. Item 9 you are there.
Yes.
So Suman Patnaik AGA for the state. ଆପଣ କ୍ୟାନ୍ସର ପେସେଣ୍ଟ କୁ ଟାର୍ଗେଟ କରୁଛନ୍ତି
ସାର୍ 10-3 ରହିଲେଣି
କୋଉଠି ରହିବେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ବିଲ୍ ଦେଇଦେବା କଥା ଯୋଉଟା ସେ ମିସ୍ ସାହୁ ଯୋଉଟା ଆର୍ଗ୍ୟୁ କରୁଥିଲେ vulnerability you are choosing your ମାନେ you are almost kind of a vulture predatory skill ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଅଛି
10-3 ରହିଲେ
and more organized have you read the FIR ସେଥିପାଇଁ ପ୍ରେସ୍ କରିନଥିଲେ ଆଉ
13 more criminal cases pending.
Say other cases are dacoity, robbery.
And another one under 328 also.
10-3 ରହିଲେଣି ବର୍ଷେ
ରହିବେ କଣ କରିବେ when you target cancer patients somebody is looking sir any patient for that matter and you have taken from the station pick them up and देखो से instruction आनी है कौन तो fresh matter था कुछ कौन लिख लो the BL appeal has been filed first paragraph second paragraph since by order dated 4/10/2023 the earlier BL appeal 7331 of 2023 filed by the petitioner was dismissed due to repeated non-appearance on behalf of the petitioner. The present petition has been placed before this bench in view of से जो कौन सा था टू ना कौन सी जो ये मेमोरेंडम मोड ऐसा निकला आगे प्रधान कुछ दूर का ओडिशा हाईकोर्ट को बट हाईकोर्ट नोटिफिकेशन कौन से की ऑर्डर नाम ऑफिस कौन ऑफिस हाँ
Standing order.
Standing order number 2 dated standing order रहेगा कुछ दूर का standing order रहेगा the matter has been placed before this bench. The AGA 6 accommodation to obtain up-to-date case diary and instructions. The learned, upon criminal incidents file करंतु. The learned counsel for the petitioner seeks indulgence, submits that to seek indulgence of the court as far as prayer for bail is concerned. He shall obtain up-to-date instructions. He shall obtain further instructions from the petitioner and file affidavit if so advised on behalf of the petitioner. Affidavit, if any, that will be filed on behalf of the petitioner. Copy of the affidavit. Copy of the affidavit, if any, that will be filed on behalf of the petitioner shall be served on the learned AG to enable her to obtain instruction. Up-to-date case diary and instructions. Past allegations of criminal proclaimed activity, if any, against the petitioner shall be obtained. Kebe, 26. List on 26, 4/2024.
Item 10.
May I please, madam? And the petitioner inside the jail custody since last 87/23.
Last order टा कौन ही थिला कहीं की
The lordships granted bail two of our accused, madam. Page 28 annexure 4, madam.
9474 order dated 20/12/23.
সেটা ভুল আছে ম্যাডাম আইটেম 9 র পেস্ট হয়ে যাচ্ছে আইটেম 10 রে ম্যাডাম বট মাই योर लॉर्डशिप्स ग्रांटेड बेल है भाई 14515/23 annexure 4 पेज 28 रे annex करछि ম্যাডাম সেটা 7331 ভুল নে পড়ে আসছে আইটেম 10 রে আইটেম 9 র কপি পেস্ট হয়ে যাচ্ছে ম্যাডাম
ये केबे तो रहले जेल में माने कस्टडी में केबे
8/7/2023 ম্যাডাম same day as Satish Barik plus 28 ম্যাডাম similar situation madam 6 persons came and committed a docket madam allegation madam while the informant coming to his house past is criminal antecedent is there but
that hey मुझे मार्क करछि देख
yes madam
that is I'm asking
in all cases he has been released on bail madam
condition थिला after being released on bail he shall similar activity.
You
see, always try to submit which is in favor of the petitioner.
Well, after going to the custody,
you are saying
all cases, madam. Remanded in all cases, madam.
It has to be.
Yes, madam.
Always he uses his Aadhaar card with a highlighted that I am so and so committing this crime. He will not be named. कौन तो एथर कला आधार यूज करिवे आधार और फोटो देकी छात्रे मारी की क्राइम करिवे जे देखिए संगे संगे करिवे रिपोर्ट करिवे এটা ফের অন্ধারে ସେମାନେ କରୁଥିବେ ଗୋଟେ ଟର୍ଚ ୟୁଜ କରୁନାହାନ୍ତି ମୁହଁ ହାଇଲାଇଟେଡ ହବ କ୍ରାଇମ କଲାବେଳେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ବୟସ କେତେ
21
20
yes
Mrs. Patnaik just see that earlier order annexure 4
Age being the consideration.
And page 29, the internal page 2 of that order, subpara, it is submitted that though there are past allegations against the petitioner regarding the criminal activity, he shall abide by the terms and conditions. So, ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଘରରୁ ରହିବେ ନହେଲେ କିଛି କଣ ହଉଛି ଆପଣ ମଡିଫିକେସନ ଫାଇଲ କଲେ that will not be possible for me.
yes
ଜଣେ ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଫ୍ୟାମିଲି ମେମ୍ବର ଦି ଜଣ ରହିବେ ଲୋକାଲ ଜଣେ ଫ୍ୟାମିଲି ମେମ୍ବର
yes madam
ସେଟା କଲେ तापरे ये जो ऑर्डर टा अच्छी पेज 28 रे सेटा रिप्रोड्यूस कर देबे दिस इज आइटम 10
yes madam item 10
मिस्टर पंचानन पाणिग्राही फॉर द पिटिशनर मिसेस पटनायक एजीए फॉर द स्टेट Para 5 जो conditions अच्छी that will be remain intact.
yes madam
हाँ say one family member is already there. Yes. Yes. এটা একটু 20 years করে affidavit রে কেତେ লিখଛନ୍ତି
20 years.
20 লিখছি Mir Mohit is a local resident or a outsider?
Local, my lord.
Local.
Yes, madam.
Yes, next.
Obliged.
Item 11,
May I please your lordship, my lord?
Petitioner is 20 years लिख देता है हाँ ठीक है 11
May I please your
Yes.
lordship, my lord? Offense under section, my lord, 376 to N, 373, 506, 109, 34 of IPC, 36 of
sorry ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଆଗରୁ ଯୋଉଟା କଣ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ସରକମଷ୍ଟାନ୍ସ ସିଧା କୁହନ୍ତୁ
ଉଡ୍ର କରାହେଇଛି ଆଗଟାରେ ଉଡ୍ର କରାହେଇଥିଲା ମେରିଟରେ ଶୁଣା ହେଇନି ଗୋଟେ 7/12 ଉଡ୍ର ହେଇଛି
Mr. Himanshu Bhushan Das for the petitioner, Mrs. Suman Patnaik, AG for the state. First paragraph लिखिए. The BL appeal has been filed. Second paragraph, since the earlier BL appeal 9098 of 2023 সেটা annex করলেনটি
ତାର ଗୋଟେ ନାହିଁ ଲୋଡ ହେଇନି ଆଧରେ ଆନେସ୍ କରିନି କି ନେଇନି
আচ্ছা তাহলে সিকিম জানিবে ଆମ ପାଖରେ ଆପଣ ଏ ଅର୍ଡରଟା ଦେଇନାହାନ୍ତି ବା ମିଷ୍ଟର ବାରୁ
ଅର୍ଡରଟାର ଅଛି ଏଟା କିନ୍ତୁ ତା ସେଇ ଯୋଉ ଡେଟରେ ୱିଡ୍ରଲ୍ ହେଇଛି ସେଟା ନାହିଁ ମାନେ ଲୋଡ ହେଇନି ଅପଲୋଡ ହେଇନି
କେବେ ଡିସ୍ପୋଜ ଅଫ୍ ହେଇଛି 7331 2020
7/12/23 ଡିସ୍ପୋଜ ଅଫ୍ ହେଇଛି ପୂର୍ବ ଡାଟା
9098 of 2023
ଆଜ୍ଞା
हाँ 7/12 कौन लिख ले since the earlier BL appeal 9098 of 2023 Mrs. Patnaik kindly note it down because I don't find a copy so you have to find it out 90 ଆପଣ के upload करना देखिए 9098 of 2023 was dismissed for as withdrawn dismissed as withdrawn by order dated 7/12/2023 by this court the matter has been placed before this bench for consideration तो habitual offender
ନାଇଁ ଯେଟା ହଉଛି ଲ ଅଫ୍ ଆଫେୟାର ଡେଭଲପ କରିଥିଲା ଡେଭଲପ କଲା ପରେ 18 ବର୍ଷ ପୁରିଲା ପରେ ତାର ଆଲିଗେସନ ହଉଛି ମୁଁ ଗଲି ତାଙ୍କ ଘରକୁ କିନ୍ତୁ ମତେ ତାଙ୍କ ଘର ଲୋକ ଆଲାଉ କଲେନି ଆକୁ ବିଦା କରିଦେଲ
allegations ଆପଣଙ୍କର 3763
164 states otherwise, your lordship.
ଚାର୍ଜସିଟ ରେ ସେଟା ନାହିଁ କିନ୍ତୁ କୋର୍ଟ ଯୋଉଟା ହେଲ୍ଥ ଇଏ କରିଛନ୍ତି ଅର୍ଡର ପାସ୍ କରିଛନ୍ତି ଲେଖଛନ୍ତି 373 ବୋଲି ଚାର୍ଜସିଟ ରେ
କଣ ଲେଖିଲେ So they have been placed. The learned counsel for the petitioner, in view of the provision contained in, should I get the 482, sir?
430.
Notice to the victim and complainant, informant?
439.
439, in view of the provisions contained in 439 D both है 413
439 1A, your lordship.
439
1A.
1A 1 dash capital A. The informant or victim have a right of audience in the present proceeding. Stop, comma. The Lordate Counsel for the petitioner shall provide one extra copy of the petition to the Lordate AGA so as to enable her to communicate the same to the informant or victim to the concerned IAC, intimating them regarding their right of audience in the present proceeding. Para. An extra copy of the petition shall be filed in the registry, which shall be forwarded to the court in session of the matter, which shall intimate we shall forward the copy of the petition through its office and intimate the victim oblique informant regarding the right of audience in the present proceeding. The Secretary DLSA shall do well to provide legal aid to the informant oblique victim. In the event they are unable to engage any counsel on their own, to place their version before this court in the present proceeding. Up-to-date case diary, instructions, status of trial be obtained by the learned AGA. List on 26/4/2024 oblique when this date sits next. Yes, next please.
Item 12.
No, actually 376 mile notice due. 376 3.
তাহলে সেম অর্ডার আগুরু রিজেক্ট ହେଇଥିଲା
କୋଆକୁ ରହିଥିଲା
କୋଆକିଷ୍ଟ
ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ଆସିଛୁ କୋଆକୁ ରହିଥିଲା
ତାହେଲେ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ପାରା ରହିଲା ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ପାରା ଇନ ଭ୍ୟୁ ଅଫ ଦ ସୋ ଆଣ୍ଡ ସୋ ରହିଲା 11 ଯାଏ ବାକି ସେୟା 11 ଯୋଉ ଆପଣ ନୋଟିସ ହେଲା ଏକ୍ସଟ୍ରା କପି ହେଲା ସୋ ସତ୍ୟରଞ୍ଜନ ମୁଳିଆ ଫର ଦ ପିଟିସନର ମିସେସ୍ ସୁମନ ପଟ୍ଟନାୟକ ଏଜିଏ ଫର ଦ ଷ୍ଟେଟ 26 ଆପଣ କପିଟା ଦେଇ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ଦିଟା सेम गोटे जीव थ्रू द आईओ आ गोटे जीव आईएस आ गोटे थ्रू कोर्ट यस
13.
यस मिस्टर प्रधान
May here in this case the petitioner has been remanded into this case on 3/6/23.
यस
He was arrested in another case on 21/5/23 मिलर
महेश पान पेपर आपण गोटे कले ना
एई गुटा करथिले ई आ गुटे केस है
महेश पान
आगे
तो बढ़िया हला ताले
टोटल 4टा केस है
आ कोन हबो ताले गला ताले आ कोन देखंतु फेर रिमांड हबो आपण एडवाइस करंतु सेटा कर पूरा ग्लोस हैंड वाला गोटे छाती रे मारी की क्राइम करिवे
ए जोटा हजूर देइजिन ता पूर्व
नले गोटे कंडीशन पूरा तो हाई कोर्ट नै जिवे ही शैल इंडल्ज इन सिविल एक्टिविटी इफ रिलीज्ड ऑन बेल सेटा लागू सुविधा हबो to Mr. Ramakanta Pradhan for the petitioner, Mrs. Suman Patnaik AGA for the state. First para लिखिए BLAPL, second para लिखिए जो as the earlier BLAPL 7346/2023 was disposed of by this bench. अब मैंने change circumstances कौन?
Malad one of the coagues has been granted bail by your lordship. In this case, Miller.
अब इतने ये तो ये वेस्ट बंगाल रो लोको
ना ये झारखंड लोक
झारखंड तो अपन लोकल रेसिडेंट किए देबे
तम बाबा देबे बापा
तंग बापा लोकल
नहीं तंकर झारखंड
नहीं लोकल दियो
सेटा बुझी कहबे
हां अपन सेटा को you work up the case like that let them take that responsibility खाली पेंडिंग रखी लाभटा कोन होची खाली आड होची BLAPL डिस्पोज हे करनी बोली कोर्ट विल नॉट ग्रांट
another player Miller.
I don't know. They say that matter where somebody from Jagatsinghpur is missing. Every time I see it, that will come up because bail was granted. He had jumped. So kuada wala nahi nanti. So I would go to the matter which.
I pray this matter may be listed along with 8862 of 23.
कहीं
अहदुर में पाखरे अच्छी है आ गुटे जने मुतला ए केस रे
और फेरटा
नहीं नहीं तापना
सेटा आपण मेमो देला आसीयो टैग करंतुनी टैग डेली BLAPL टैग लाभ कोन
आगे
रिट्रेस ओरा होय ना सिमिलर मैटर पेंडिंग तले ताले खाओ सेटा अलग एफआईआर हेतो
आदि गुडा नोटिंग आगे
सहायता था जो अलग एफआईआर
आगे
तो आसी परिबनी
ना अलग एफआईआर
सेम एफआईआर
सेम
आपण तले मेमो दिनांत मेमो देले डिफेक्ट फ्री थिला जेंटेल आसीबो
ଆଜ୍ଞା
कारण 24 रे कंडीशन होची जे आपण जदि डिफेक्ट फ्री होबो ताले लिस्ट होबो 24 बेल यस मिस्टर बारिक पहुंचुनी कोन लिस्ट करना दे आपण लिखि रखंतु केते कहले मिस्टर प्रधान
मतलब 8862 of 23
23
आगे
8862 of
23
आइटम 13
and
आपण जदि मेमो देथियो डेफिनेटली आसीबो काना मोर सेटिकी तो लिस्ट करे पड़ियो मते
मतलब another prayer mirror the noting has come जो केस टा आगे आसी जी नोटिंग रे से उडा रॉन्ग फाइल आसे ये केस रे
तेरी ताले आपण ऑर्डर भी भूले गए देखंतु अथरे
राइट फाइल
रे आपण जोटा ठीक फाइल ता अनेक्शन करचंती
ठीक फाइल टा आगे मु लिखि जे आगे ठीक फाइल टा होची 7436 of 23 जोटा कोआगिज बेल पाई जे रॉन्ग फाइल आसी आगे
7436 of 23
7436 of 23 आगे एटा होची करेक्ट फाइल कोआगिज ग्रांटेड फाइल
सेटा टाइपोग्राफिकल एरर मो पाखरे अछि आपण 7436 को पारा लिखचंदी
ना मु आगे लिखिने आगे
अरे नॉट सिकिन जानिए मु कोन समस्त सीसी आ डिजिटल ये सो मो पाखरे पहुंच जाउची स्टेट केम जानिए आपण आपण को बीएलएपीएल रे डिस्क्लोज कोठी करचंती जे 7436 टा कनेक्टेड बोली मोहम्मद मुहाफिज आलम अलियास लंबू एटा तो
आगे এটা ମୁଁ ଜାଣିନି ମୁଁ ସେଟା ଜାଣିନି ନେଟ୍ ମାରିଥିଲି ଏଟା ବାଟଲା କୁଆକି ଯାଇଥିଲି
चेक करंतु मोहम्मद मुहाफिज आलम अलियास लंबू बीएलएपीएल 7436 of 2023
आगे
order dated 31/10/23
आगे
that you should mention in your petition after कुशोदुरुका एटा निहाती दरकार have you seen कुशोदुरुका सेटा you have to clearly mention guidelines by the Supreme Court कौन लिख ले as the earlier BLAPL number 74 Mrs. Patnaik kindly note down 7436 of 2023 was disposed of by this bench by order dated 31/10/2023. The matter has been placed before this bench for consideration of the prayer of the petitioner who is a co-accused accused along with Muhammad Mahfuz Alam alias Lambu, who was the applicant, who was the petitioner in BLAPL number 7436 of 2023. Para. अपना criminal proclivity affidavit और local surety affidavit. वो lecturer specify करूँगी purposefully because then that will lead to a situation where you cannot comply and I will not allow. But I am indicating you.
yes
On likely? Sala parasala. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that he shall obtain further instructions from the petitioner and file affidavit if so advised. Affidavit on behalf of the petitioner. Affidavit on behalf of the petitioner if so advised, so as to seek indulgence of the court as far as pay for bail is concerned, and accordingly pays for further adjournment, pays for the time content for the time. Affidavit, comma if any, that would be filed on behalf of the petitioner. Copy of the affidavit, copy of the affidavit. Copy of the affidavit, if any, that would be filed on behalf of the petitioner shall be served on the learned counsel for the state to enable her to obtain instruction. List on केबे 19 ना 26
26 कर दो
26 4 20 24 as prayed for, then Sapara up to date instructions of the case diary stage of trial be obtained. Yes.
Item 14.
14 में कौन है अपन एटा राज्य नहीं तला non appears for the petitioner when the matter is called. though it was, though the matter was earlier adjourned. Stop. To grant further opportunity. List on 19 ना 26 के मिस्टर 19 4 20 24 to grant further opportunity. The learned AGA submits that the case diary as well as statement of the victim recorded under section 164 of the CRPC is available. Petitioner none, Mrs. Suman Patnaik AGA for the state.
15.
Please, your Ramayana.
Sure. Yes, Mr. Patil.
Please, your Ramayana. As per the earlier order of Kaila, I have the certificate copy of the deposition of the witnesses to the learned AG.
Say, actually, Mr. Hon'Ble is there. Mr. Hon'Ble, this is that matter where he appears from Berhampur. He has sent twice email, but you did not receive the deposition.
Here is one witness deposition.
But
in our office file, only one deposition got.
ଆପଣ ଏ କଟକରେ ଆସୁନାହାନ୍ତି ମିଷ୍ଟର ପାଢୀ ଏବଂ ଯେତେ ଥର ଲିଷ୍ଟ ହଉଛି ସେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଆମେ ପାଇନୁ ବୋଲି
Your lordship allowed me. So I will read the deposition of the period too. That is the independent witness who is a stop witness of the proceeding. I no value at all. So far as the
instruction ନେବେ ନା କୋଉ ପ୍ରପର୍ଟି ଯେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର 150 ନା କେତେ କିଲୋ ଆପଣଙ୍କ 150 କ୍ୱିଣ୍ଟାଲ ନା କେତେ 150 କିଲୋ ନା କେତେ କିଲୋ
100 kg
300 କିଲୋ ତ 300 କିଲୋରେ ଆପଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ହୋଷ୍ଟେଲ ହେଇଗଲେ ସୋ ସେଟା ସେମାନଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଛଡା ହେଇଯିବ
ମେଟର ମୋର ହୋଟେଲ ମୋ ପାଇଁ କହୁନି ମୋ ମାନେ ହୋଟେଲ ଉପରେ ମୁଁ ଯାଉନି actually ଯାଉଛି କଣ the evidence what the evidence led to the court that is to be considered so far as the bail is concerned so the entire mind what I beg to submit my law the entire recovery is made based on the prior information.
No, Mr. Sharma, this is not good. ଆପଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ସେ ପାଉନାହାନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ଆପଣ ଅଫିସରେ କହୁନ ନହେଲେ ଆପଣ ନିଜେ ମଗାନ୍ତୁ ନିଜେ
on the next date ମିଳିବ
He's relying on certain evidence of the statement of the witnesses who have said that they have not supported prosecution case.
It's mainly driver of the vehicle, my lord. So and there is no criminal incident against him.
କିନ୍ତୁ ତ କୋଉ ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ସିଙ୍ଗଲ ଇନଷ୍ଟାନ୍ସ ଗୋଟେ ସାଇଟ୍ କରନ୍ତୁ ଡିସିଜନ ସୁପ୍ରିମ କୋର୍ଟ ହାଇ କୋର୍ଟ ଯୋଉଥିରେ କି ଯୋଉ ଗାଡିରେ ଯାଉଛି 300 କିଲୋ ସେ ଡ୍ରାଇଭର କୁ ଛାଡିଦେଲେ but yes you have a point that the prosecution further the witnesses are not supporting prosecution case.
I will give my WhatsApp number. London Council appearing may be sent to because
ଆପଣଙ୍କର ନମ୍ବର ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ମିଷ୍ଟର ପାଢୀ
already I have sent to pedal 1 the deposition of the pedal 1 matter. The pedal 1 is sufficient for hearing of the matter. Number is there my lord 78
ଆପଣ ତ ଏଜିଂ ଫରୱାର୍ଡ କରିପାରିବେ
to my
ନାଇଁ no Mr. Padhi I'm asking the computer assistant in the court ଏଥିରେ ଯୋଉ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖାଯାଉଛି ମୁଁ ଯୋଉଟା ଖୋଲିଛି memo at flag ଅଛି flag GHIJK ଆଜ୍ଞା ବରହମପୁର ଫରୱାର୍ଡ କରିବେ ସେ ଏଇ ଫାଇଲଟା କଣ ଆପଣ ଫରୱାର୍ଡ କରିପାରିବେନି এটা কଣ 24 পেপরলেস এটা তো 23 এটা পেপরলেস নয় ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ ଉଠ ଆପଣ ଆସି ବସନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ I am on a different altogether. Here what has happened he is saying that he has sent to the advocate general ସେ ପଠେଇଛନ୍ତି କିନ୍ତୁ ପହଞ୍ଚିନି ଆପଣ ଏଟାକୁ ଦେଇଦେଲେ ସେ ପ୍ରିଣ୍ଟ କରିଦେବେ କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ଅଛି ବୁଝିବେ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ବୋଲି ଯାହା କହିଲେ ସବୁ କରନ୍ତୁ ହଁ ସେମିତି କରନ୍ତୁ if it is permissible ତାହେଲେ ଆପଣ ଏଟା ପଠେଇ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ so they will also send you so just now see ମୁଁ କୋଉଟା ଦେଖୁଛି ଆପଣ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ
WhatsApp ରେ
ହଁ WhatsApp ମିଷ୍ଟର ଶର୍ମାଙ୍କର ବି ପଠେଇବେ এইটা গলা দেখলে এইটু আরম্ভ হচ্ছে e-filing hard copy of affidavit filed by the counsel for the petitioner the flag B रे ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ପୁରା statement ଅଛି ମୁଁ ସ୍କ୍ରୋଲ କରୁଛି ରାଇଟ୍ ଡି ଗଲା ତାପରେ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ତାପରେ ଏଇଟା ହଉଛି ଆଇ ଡି ଆଇ ହେଲା ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଡିପୋଜିସନ ସେତିକି flag D and I you send it to the advocate general ଆପଣଙ୍କର ପର୍ସନାଲ ଦରକାର ମାନେ I will give the number ତାକୁ ପଠେଇ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ବାରିକ ମୁଁ ଦେଇଦେବି କଣ ସେ ଏଥିରୁ ପଠେଇଦେବେ ଆଚ୍ଛା ମିଷ୍ଟର ପାଢୀ ପ୍ଲିଜ ଲିସନ ମି କେୟାରଫୁଲି ପଢେଇଲେ ନା ଅଛନ୍ତି actually I am unable to see you I have some difficulty ମୁଁ ମାନେ without any visual I am just addressing you please don't mind କଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି PW1 PW1
The evidence of PW1 is evidence over shows that no the recovery is made based on the prior information only. So the evidence of the PW1 nowhere shows that the recovery is made based on the prior information, nor it was recovered from the exclusion of conservation or comply of any of the provision of the NDPS Act or arrest of the petitioner at the spot.
Mr. Padhe, kindly listen. Our PW2.
PW2 is the independent witnesses.
Durga Prasad Reddy.
Independent witness whose evidence
PW2 is Durga Prasad Reddy.
I have submitted already sent the.
ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ମୁଁ ପଚାରୁଛି ଯେ you are relying on statement of PW2 Durga Prasad Reddy.
Yes, ma'am.
ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ Mr. Padhi Surendranath Padhi for the petitioner, Mr. Sharma, AGA for the state, the learned counsel, Mr. Padhi being present at the virtual court, Odisha High Court. Ganjamat Barampur. ମୁଁ ଦେଖୁନି ବୁଝି ଆପଣ ଯାହା କହିବେ ଗଞ୍ଜାମ ବରହମପୁର addresses arguments. It is submitted by Mr. Padhi that that he shall rely on the statement of the PW1 and 2 for seeking indulgence of the court as far as prayer for bail is concerned. The statement of the PWs have been filed before this court and are available in the paperless brief. In the paperless brief, the registry is requested to provide the copies of forward the copies by email to the office of the Advocate General / provide the copies as available at flag B and I. List on 19/4/2024 / when this bench sits next. The learned AGA may also obtain copies of the depositions of the PWs examined to date. Right. Yes, next.
Item 16.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes.
307.
Pepe, past allegations?
So far as the
I would only request you to that how I will review my earlier orders. It is important.
review
ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଯୋଉଥିରେ ଗୋଟେ ଆପଣ ପାଇଲେ ସେଥିରେ ତାଙ୍କର 5 incidents ନାହିଁ
ଥିଲା
କମ ଦିଟା ଥିଲା
ଦିଟା ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଦିଟା ଥିଲା ଆଉ ଜଣଙ୍କ ବୟସ ହେଇଗଲାଣି 77 ନା କଣ 72 ହେଇଗଲାଣି
ଆଉ ଜଣଙ୍କର 4ଟା ଥିଲା ତାକୁ ବି ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ଆଉ ଏ ଚାର୍ଜସିଟ ପରେ ମୁଭ୍ କରିବାକୁ earlier your lordship directed rejected application at this stage move after submission of charge sheet. Now charge sheet submitted, my lord.
যে চার্জশিট সবমিট কଲା ପରେ ସେଠି ମୁଭ୍ କାଇଁ କରୁନା
ମୁଭ୍ କଲି
ରିଜେକ୍ସନ ହେଲା ତାପରେ ଆସିଲେ
ଆଜ୍ଞା ରିଜେକ୍ଟ ହେଲା ପରେ
ଏଇଟା ଆପଣ ନୂଆ କହୁଛନ୍ତି କେ ଜାନକୀ ରାଓ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
କିନ୍ତୁ 15ଟା ତାଙ୍କର ଆକ୍ସିଡେଣ୍ଟ ଅଛି
ନାଇଁ 15ଟା ନାଇଁ
ତାହେଲେ ମୋ ଅର୍ଡରଟା ଭୁଲ ଅଛି ଆପଣ ଚ୍ୟାଲେଞ୍ଜ କରିବାର ଥିଲା ନରସିଂହ ମୂର୍ତ୍ତି ଅଛି ଆଉ ଜାନକୀ ରାଓ କୁଆଡେ ଗଲା
Here be learned session just also reflected that
ନଅଟା ଅଛି
ଆଜ୍ଞା 9ଟା ସେ
9ଟା ଅଛି
ରେଡିର
ଏବଂ 14 ବର୍ଷ 9ଟା ଏବଂ 14 ବର୍ଷର କନସିଷ୍ଟେନ୍ସ ପରଫର୍ମାନ୍ସ ରିଟାୟାର୍ଡ ହଉନାହାନ୍ତି
ସେଇ କଣ୍ଡିସନରେ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ଆଉ
ରୁହନ୍ତୁ
7 ମାସ ରହିଲେଣି
ରହିବେ ଆଜ୍ଞା 10 ନହେଲେ ଦେଖାନ୍ତୁ ଯେ ସେ କଣ୍ଡିସନ ଇମ୍ପୋଜ କରିହେବ he shall indulge in similar activities released on bail shall commit crime ସେମିତି ନହେଲେ ମୁଁ ତାହେଲେ
keep it to
the whole proceeding and procedure becomes a then laughing stock ଜଣେ 10 ମସିହାରୁ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ କ୍ରାଇମ କଲା 24 ମସିହା ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ କରି ଆସୁଛି 14 ବର୍ଷ ହେଇଗଲା ତାକୁ 9 ଥର ବେଲ ଦିଆଗଲା ସେ 9 ଥର ଭାয়োଲେଟ କଲା
ଏଇଟା ପେଣ୍ଡିଂ ରହୁ ଏଟା ଆସୁ 1 week after that
1 week ଲମ୍ବା କରନ୍ତୁ because again I only have to reject
yes my lord Janki Rao your lordship keep it to 2 weeks or 3 weeks after
because he doesn't have a consider for the he doesn't consider
so far as the KS Kankea is concerned he is 65 years
how mastery who
mastery ta 68 ହେଇଥିଲା ତାଙ୍କର
ଯାଉ କି ରୁହନ୍ତୁ ଇଲେକ୍ସନ ପରେ ବାହାରିବେ ତାପରେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି କି ୟୁ ହାଭ୍ ବିନ୍ ରେଗୁଲାରଲି ହାଇଲାଇଟିଂ ଦେ ଆର୍ ପଲିଟିକାଲ ପ୍ରିଜନର୍ସ ଭଲରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଖାଇ ପିଇକି ଆଉ ଆଙ୍କୁ ତ ବଢିଆ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଯୋଉ ସେ ଇଏ ନରସିଂହ ମୂର୍ତ୍ତିକୁ ବଢିଆ ଟ୍ରିଟମେଣ୍ଟ କରାଗଲା କଟକ ହାଇଦ୍ରାବାଦ କଣ ଭାଇଜାଗ ଏଠି ବ୍ରହ୍ମପୁରରେ ଦେଖା ହେଲା ତାଙ୍କର ଡିଟେଲ ଇନଭେଷ୍ଟିଗେସନ ସେ ଭଲରେ ଖାଇ ପିଇ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଥାନ୍ତି
2 to 3 weeks after ଆଜ୍ଞା
ମିଷ୍ଟର ଏଇଟା ଆପଣ ଆଉଥରେ ଆସିଗଲେ ଏଥିରେ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଥରେ ବାହାରିଲେ ଥରେ ଆସିଲେ ମିଷ୍ଟର ଜ୍ୟୋତିର୍ମୟ ସାହୁ ଫର ଦ ପିଟିସନର ମିଷ୍ଟର ଦାସ ଫର ଦ ଏସି ଫର ଦ state the learned counsel for the petitioner seeks accommodation to obtain instruction and advance arguments as prayed for list on 3-5
yes
3 weeks 3-5-20-24 oblique when this 3-5-24 तो already time दिया हो then BLAPL 67 of 2024 same order yes
17
May I please?
yes please
Your Lordship granted bail to the 2 co-accused persons.
yes
And Your Lordship directed me to stay more days because I have more than that the criminal entry. For that reason, this case has been adjourned to today. On 15/3/2024, 3 cases are there.
It is same ticketing.
Your Lordship granted
Kankea Reddy group ଏଇଟା ନାଇଁ ଏଇଟା ଅଲଗା ସେ ମନ କଷ୍ଟ କରିବେ ନା ସେଥିରେ ଏସଏସ୍ ରାୟ ନହେଲେ ଜ୍ୟୋତିର୍ମୟ ସାହୁ ଆପଣ କଣ ପଶିଗଲେ ହଠାତ୍ ସେତେ
ନାଇଁ ମୁଁ ସେପଟକୁ
ଏଇଟା ଅଲଗା
it's belonging to Bolangir. 3% they have been 3%. And Your Lordship also called for a report from the status report from the colonial court below.
I'm भूल फाइल देखुଛି just a second I have opened another file just kindly this is item 17 13618
My lord.
CD is not available here.
CD ତମର କେତେ ଦରକାର
ଶୁଣନ୍ତୁ ମିଷ୍ଟର ଶର୍ମା ଏଥିରେ ଯଦି ଆଗରୁ ରିଜେକ୍ଟ ହେଇଥିବ ସେ କଷ୍ଟଡିରେ ଥିବେ ତ ସିଡି ରେ କିଛି ଇମ୍ପ୍ରୁଭ କରି
Your Lordship may can see the 2 bail order. Your Lordship passed on 15/3 while the CD is there. ଟିକେ ପଡେ
କହିଲେ ପ୍ରେଜେଣ୍ଟ ବି ସଲ୍ଭ ନାହିଁ ଅଛି ବେଲ୍ ଅର୍ଡର ଅଛି 2911 of 2023 ନାଇଁ an order dated 18
ନାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ ହଉଛି 13562 of 2023 13581 of 2023 order dated 15/3/2024 3 matters are there
सुनील स्वाई नो है ସୁନୀଲ ସ୍ୱାଇଁ ବେଲେ ଗଲା and another ଦେଇ ଦେଇଛି କପି ସୁନୀଲ ସ୍ୱାଇଁ ହଉଛନ୍ତି ପରା 2911 ଆପଣ ମନା କରୁଛନ୍ତି
ନାଇଁ ସେଇଟା earlier that has been filed. After that, my lord, after last
ସୁନୀଲ ସ୍ୱାଇଁ ଗ୍ରାଣ୍ଟ ହେଇଛି
ହଁ ଦେଇ ଦେଇଛି କପି ଗୁଡା ଦେଇ ଦେଇଛି ଆପଣ ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି
ନାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଧରିଛି ସେଟା ତାଙ୍କୁ ଦେଇ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ବର
ତାଙ୍କୁ ଦେଇ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ
ଆପଣ ନମ୍ବର ମତେ ମନା କରୁଛନ୍ତି ନା ସୋ ଦ୍ୟାଟ ଇଜ ଅ ଡିଫିକଲ୍ଟି ମୁଁ ଯୋଉ ନମ୍ବର କହୁଛି ସୁନୀଲ ସ୍ୱାଇଁ ଆପଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ସେ ଅର୍ଡର କେସ୍ ନୁହଁ ବୋଲି
ଆଜ୍ଞା ଆଜ୍ଞା
2911
ନାଇଁ later on that has been allowed.
135.
Initially rejection.
There are 3181
3181 rejection.
ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପରଫର୍ମାନ୍ସ ଆଜ୍ଞା ଭେରି ପୁଅର ମିଷ୍ଟର ବାରିକ ଆପଣ କିଛି ଅପଡେଟ କରୁନାହାନ୍ତି ମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଅଫିସ ନଟ୍ ୟୁ
Two matters were there, including the present petitioners. Two application has been granted, allowed by your lordship and directed to stay
So
more.
that's it is very difficult for the registry also to comply with these conditions. Very difficult. So ସେଟା କୁ ଦେଇ ପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଆଉ
ନାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଦିଟା ଅର୍ଡର ଦେଇଛି ଏକା ଅର୍ଡର
13618
ଦେଇ ଦେଇଛି ଅର୍ଡର
ହଁ ଠିକ ଅଛି ସେଟା ଉପରେ ଅଛି
ମ୍ୟାଡ଼ାମ
ଆଣ୍ଟିସିଡେଣ୍ଟ ଏଥିରେ ବି ଅଛି ସେଥିରେ
ସେଥିରେ କିଛି ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର ଥିଲା ଆ ଦେହରେ ଟିକେ ଅଧିକା ଥିଲା 2-3ଟା ଅଧିକା ଥିଲା କହିଲେ ନାଇଁ ଆଉ କିଛି ଦିନ ରୁହନ୍ତୁ ସେ କପି ଗୁଡା ଦେଇଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ
ଏଥିରେ ଆପଣ ନାହିଁ ଏଥିରେ
ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ 15 ଦିନ ଅର୍ଡରଟା ନଥିବ
ନାଇଁ registry should have done that.
sometimes they are facing the law.
It's very difficult. No, I नहीं गोटे मु देखुଥିଲି ତାର ବହୁତ ଆକ୍ସିଡେଣ୍ଟ ଅଛି
for that reason your lordship directed to stay
କୋଉଠି ପାଇଲେ ଆପଣ ଆପଣ ଇଏ ଦି ଜଣ ଫ୍ୟାମିଲି ମେମ୍ବର
ହଁ ଆଜି ଲordship
ଆପଣ ସେଟା ମଡିଫାଇ କରିବା ପାଇଁ
କରିବିନି I have your lordship
one matter I am filing that is again and again this to modify that order
your lordship undertaking
ଆପଣ ଆଣ୍ଟିସିଡେଣ୍ଟ ଆଫିଡେଭିଟ୍ ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି
ହଁ ମୁଁ ଦେଇ ଦେଇଛି that is there
କେତେ କୋଉ ଦିନ
21 ଟା ମୁଁ ଦେଇ ଦେଇଥିଲି
21 ଦିନ ନାଇଁ ଡେଟ୍ ଆଫିଡେଭିଟ୍ ଡେଟ୍ ଟା
ଏଇ କେସରେ ଦେଇନ
ନା ଲେଖିନି
ଅଛି ଅଛି
that is there
ये जनवरी 24 रे
ମାଇଲ
मिस्टर शर्मा योर लॉर्डशिप एफिडेविट पाइछंती
ହଁ ମୁଁ ଦେଇ ଦେଇଥିଲି
13618 ରେ ମୋବାଇଲ ନାହିଁ
ଆଉଟେ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ
ଆଉ ଦେଇ ଦଉଛି
3181 your lordship kindly see paragraph my lord's order dated in BLFL 3181 of 23
no in after I think 3181 which is also in my record after that the 13581 13562 have been allowed
my lord
18-10-23 3181
my lord
the subsequent order is 15-3-2024 15th March
my lord
एज केते
एज होची सी का एज
my lord next sitting रे I'll check up my lord
आया है
next sitting on 26
एतरे किछ नाही एटा कोन कहले एमती खाली लिस्ट चालीबो that becomes a and you have the difficulty of getting the files also आपनकर डिस्पोजल पर फाइल छाड देउचंती because you don't know माने ये लेखो मिस्टर अनिरुद्ध दास फॉर द पिटिशनर मिस्टर शर्मा AGA for the state the BL appeal has been filed under section 439 para 1 लेखिले since by earlier order dated rejection टा earlier केबे 18-10-23 एटा को महानंद परा
मा महानंद
और सुनील स्वयं बारुची हाँ 18-10-23 the petition of the prayer of the since कौन लिखले सेंटर आउटर पढ़ंतु the by the BL appeal 3181 of 2023 filed by the petitioner praying for bail was rejected The present petition has been placed for consideration again by this court. It is submitted by the learned counsel for the petitioner that petitioner is in custody
Since, my lord, 12/2/2023.
12/2/2023.
My lord.
More than a year.
My lord.
Considering his age, he may be granted opportunity to go back to the community to lead a normal social life. It is submitted that the petitioner shall abide by this. The petitioner, being a local person, shall subject himself to the jurisdiction of the learned court in season of the matter and shall abide by the terms and conditions that will be imposed if the court is inclined to grant bail. The learned AG, referring to the materials contained in the case diary produced by the investigating agency and the past allegations of criminal activity against the petitioner, opposes the prayer for bail. However, it is not disputed that at the bar that in the meanwhile the final prosecution report has been submitted on
Charge sheet, my lord, that is on 17/5/2023.
17/5/2023, and the affidavit dated
24.
24 no 7/1 na 2/1 8/1/2024,
My lord.
filed on behalf of the petitioner through her mother, indicating the past allegations of criminal activity are in sync with, or is in sync with, not are, is in sync with the information furnished by the police contained in the case diary. Having heard the learned counsel for the petitioner, the learned AGA for the state, considering the material on record, the court is inclined to grant bail to the petitioner. Considering the material on record, the period of incarceration already undergone. This court is inclined to grant bail to the petitioner, subject to such stringent terms and conditions that would be imposed by the learned court in season of the matter, which shall also include the following conditions. Two family members. Yes.
Well, obliged.
Or one family member, one near relative.
Oh, one.
One family member, one near relative.
Obliged.
18.
Sabuja condition देवे. All जो 10 का sabuja से.
Here in this case,
ଏଇଟା ଆପଣ ଫାଇଲ ରଖି ପାରିବେ, ଏଟା 23 ମସିହା matter. Sorry?
custody since 25/9/23.
ଏଇଟା 16 ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ସମାନ. 16 ସାଙ୍ଗରେ.
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସମାନ ଯେ ୟାର 4ଟା କେସ୍ ସେଇଥିରେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଇମ୍ପ୍ଲିକେଟ କଲେ 4ଟା କେସ୍
କେବେଠୁ?
25/9/23
ଆରମ୍ଭ କେବେ କଲେ? ତାଙ୍କର ଯୋଉ ସେଲିବ୍ରିଟି ସେ କେବେଠୁ ତାଙ୍କର କ୍ୟାରିୟର କେବେଠୁ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କଲେ?
23ରେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଗାଁ ଲୋକ ଯୋଉ ଇମ୍ପ୍ଲିକେଟ କଲେ ବ୍ୟାଚ୍ ଅଫ କେସେସ୍ ୟାକୁ ବି ଇମ୍ପ୍ଲିକେଟ କରିଦେଲେ 4ଟା କେସ୍ ଟୋଟାଲ।
ସେ ବହୁତ ବଡ ଗାଁ ଆଜ୍ଞା, ଆପଣ ଏପଟ ଲୋକ ସେପଟ କିଛି ଜାଣିନାହାନ୍ତି। ସେଇଟା ବହୁତ ବଡ ଗାଁ, ଗାଁରେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଇମ୍ପ୍ଲିକେଟ କଲେ କମ ସେ କମ 1000 ଲୋକ ବାହାରିବେ।
ନାଇଁ 50-60 ଜଣ ଲେଖାଏଁ ଯୋଉ କଲେ ସେଇଥିରେ 4ଟା କେସ୍। ଚାର୍ଜସିଟ୍ ସବମିଟେଡ 31/10/23 4 କେସେସ୍।
ତା ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ଆସୁ
में कंसीडर
आगर रिजेक्शन टा केते रे
यार रिजेक्शन आज्ञा 30
नाटा कौन
यार हला
देवराजू
आज्ञा mother has filed this affidavit, one family member stands surety, my lord, your lordship may indicate.
सेठी आपण गोटे बेला होनी
दीटा not
ना जे सेटा से दिन देखिया मु बुझुची आई गॉट योर पॉइंट गोटे तार ऑर्डर ता देखे देवराजू को ऑर्डर देखे
ये पेज 13 your lord.
जो सब भगवान को ना रखछन से चेंज कर दो नांती नरसिंह मूर्ति जानकी देवराजू
ऑर्डर पेज 18 my lord.
18
पेज 13 yes sir.
ना देवराजू कौन धरते ये काती खंडा भुजाली कौन धरते
Sword, Kati and X.
P देवराज पेज 11 your lordship.
अरे कौन नहीं किसी कौन बारीक को
ओमनिबस एलिगेशन स्पेसिफिक नहीं कौन धरतिला बोली
सेटा चेंज हो जो तरह
आज्ञा
अपन नया सहित रे आसो
जो 22 जन को इम्प्लिकेट
लगे कि आसो
आगे 22 जन को इम्प्लिकेट कले सार खाली दीटा
इंटर आसो ए तीन तरह को देखिया या मोरा पाउन अपन मत दियंतु कॉपी
एट
पूरा जो रिजेक्शन ऑर्डर रो कॉपीटा दियंतु मते
Earlier. My lord's order to देखो. High Court order. My lord's order earlier.
एट आर दोजन
एटा केते 30 10
नहीं एटा आगुर मु रिजेक्ट कर
नहीं एटा प्रेस
किंतु
ताले मु केंते
एटा सुप्रीम कोर्ट कथा अनुसार
आपण बुझंती एटा आसिला एटा
खानी जानी
प्रधानी जानी
आज्ञा एटा प्रेस एप्लीकेशन
करनांते हो Mr. The BL appeal has been filed. पूरा फर्स्ट पैरा पूरा लिखि देबे सेकंड पैरा लिखंतु since by earlier order dated 5/10/2023 the prayer for bail of the co-accused was rejected by this bench arising out of the same FIR/PS case. The matter has been placed before this bench for consideration of the prayer for bail in terms of the standing order number 2 so and so pura likhi Learned counsel for the petitioner refers to the affidavit mentioned
आज्ञा
kai seta kete date kete
एटा 21/3/2024 दे दियो पाइबो
yes Mr. Baru kai se आपण स्कैनिंग ठीक होनी
दे दियो
affidavit dated 21/24 filed on behalf of the petitioner through
his mother
indicating the past allegations of criminal proclivity so as to seek indulgence from the court as far as prayer for bail is concerned.
दे दियो सेम
Copy of the
दोनांती
said affidavit is not available in the paperless brief. Registry shall do well to bring the same on record, update the scanned copy. Copy of the affidavit has been served on the DG, mine, who shall obtain up-to-date instructions. ये केबे टू कस्टडी रहले ना एकाठी जाइथिले
25/9/23
ये 25
से कांके आ नरसिंह मूर्ति को सांगरे ना अलगा ଆପଣ ସେ ମିଷ୍ଟର ପଟ୍ଟନାୟକ ଗୋଟାକରେ ଆପଣ ଗୋଟାକରେ ପ୍ରିପେୟାର ହୁଅନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ବୋଲେ ସେ କେସ୍ ଏଇ ଜାଗାରେ
ନାଇଁ ତାପରେ
ସବସିକ୍ୱେଣ୍ଟ ଆରେଷ୍ଟ ତାହେଲେ ଅପଡେଟ୍ କେସ୍ ଡେରେ ଆପଣ ଆଣିବାକୁ ପଡିବ
ଅଛି ପୁରା କେସ୍ ଡେ
ହଁ ଯେ ସେଇଟା ସେଇଥିରେ ତାର ଆପଣ ଇନ୍ କଣ୍ଟେକ୍ସଟ ଅଫ ନରସିଂହମୂର୍ତ୍ତି ଦେ ମେ ନଟ୍ ବି ସିମିଲାର ଆଜ ଫାର ଆଜ ଦେବରାଜ ଇଜ କନସର୍ନ ଦ୍ୟାଟ ଇଜ ଦ ରିଜନ କଣ ଲେଖିଲେ ସେ କେସ୍ ୟୁଟିଲାଇଜ କରିପାରିବେ ଆଇ ହାଭ नो दैट आई एम नॉट टेलिंग instruction the up-to-date instructions case diary and records be obtained list on छब्बीस मिस्टर शर्मा नहीं से जो गुड़ाक आप कलेक्ट करूँ से जो गुड़ाक आगुरी अच्छी से कलेक्ट करूँ फिर आप तीन रे आसुची
तीन पांच पूर्वर टिके आसु
26 रे आसु लिस्ट ऑन 26 4 20 24 लिस्ट एंड कौन लिखले ओब्लिक व्हेन दिस बेंच फ्रॉम मिसेट्स नेक्स्ट जोड़ा को ग्रांट हेची दीटा से कॉपी दिबा शर्मा सर को दियंत
ओब्लिक
yes
19
May I please, Your Lordship?
yes please
My Lord, the petitioner is in custody since 17/3/2023, more than a year.
yes
The Honorable Court was pleased to not entertain the bail application at that stage. That was on 16/10/2023. When the last notice was issued, Your Lordship, to the victim, I think also the report of the learned district and additional district and session judge is also there before Your Lordship. My Lord, here one development that has taken place.
Yes.
Based on the statement, 164 statement of the victim was pleased to decline bail to the present petitioner. Now, my Lord, his trial has commenced and some of the seizure witnesses have been examined. But
Yes.
the main feature I beg to place for Your Lordship for consideration is the DNA report, where the FIR reveals that this petitioner before Lordship, who happens to be a teacher, had a relationship with the victim, and that is how the entire case emanated. Now, my Lord, the DNA forensic report Your Lordship will see clearly indicates that this petitioner is not the biological father. The reason for saying this is for the limited purpose of bail. I cannot just say that this is a case of the petitioner being innocent, but this is the background and the material has come in due course of investigation.
Mr. Mishra, if you are relying on any statement or any report, please prepare the copies, promise to the AGA.
My associate is there, he can produce for Your Lordship. I have got a certified copy, and I believe my landlord for the state must be also possessing it, but this must be part of record.
Bail petitions are being taken up in this paperless mode. You file it, it will be updated, and let him obtain instruction. We understand the nature of very serious allegations.
I am conscious of that, but if the allegation on the face
very fairly pointed out that DNA report doesn't help in these kind of cases because there is a possibility that somebody else has abused and the father of the child is somebody else. Achha, how they have obtained the DNA report of the child?
They have obtained the child died after birth. They have taken the bone samples of the child, the victim, the accused, and they have matched, and they have said they do not share sufficient genetic markers. That is the finding that Your Lordship will kindly find. So therefore, I am not saying that there may not be an incident. I am not sure.
Sufficient material not available, DNA material not available to arrive at a conclusion, or the finding is that the DNA doesn't belong to, doesn't match with the perpetrator of the crime.
Yes, that is what the three accused Rabindra Kumar Mahanta is excluded as biological father of the source exhibit D. So that is the positive statement. And they have said why the grounding.
But in 64 statement of the victim, if she has stated while say in a deposition before in the trial court, that is to be seen.
164 statement I am not disputing. 164 statement her only positive allegation.
Medical evidence becomes secondary when there is direct evidence, and these kind of crimes when the victim herself has stated and she has withstood cross-examination.
No, but it's 164. It has not gone to the examination stage or cross-examination. And the victim has not been examined by the trial court. What I beg to humbly submit for your
I got your point. That as far as scientific evidence is concerned, perhaps the DNA report is favoring the accused to the extent that it is not matching with the accused DNA.
A finding is he is not the biological father, one part of it. What I humbly beg to submit, it is
but the offense is committed has no relation. They may not have the relationship regarding the fatherhood of the child.
That is because
the father of the child. Can this court say that this accused will not be held liable for the crime he has committed?
Because of this, my lord. The positive case in the FIR is this petitioner had relationship which resulted in this. It is not that the victim says because of some other reason.
Then the statement of the victim, and there are several decisions. If
I'm not disputing the proposition.
This can be dispensed with evidence if it is there is other evidence.
Now, may I just point out one distinction?
Definitely.
Medical evidence, the decisions are there is suppose the medical evidence says there is no sign and symptom of sexual assault. That may be a case where the victim will have a precedence, victim statement will have a precedence. This is a scientific test. This is not a test.
Father of the child is concerned who died during birth. So that doesn't help the accused as far as the statement of the victim and her statement in doc. If suppose now you show that in her evidence has been demolished, fair enough.
Then you
have to have a image of your argument. Let us assume the DNA sample is proved to be positive, the person is father. The child has died. And the victim and the prosecution, the other witnesses do not support the prosecution story. What would happen? Can the court convict the accused on the basis of DNA report only?
Yes. Why? I'll clarify.
No.
Because I'll just clarify, ma'am.
With some respect, that is not the clinching evidence as far as the primary crime is concerned.
I'll clarify, my lord. Why?
Still, go for the primary evidence.
May I just humbly clarify? The victim...
Scientific evidence as far as the DNA report is concerned, that can be the last nail in the coffin, not the first nail.
से स्टेटमेंट को आसुनी मुझे विक्टिम स्टेटमेंट कथा कहूची जे सेइथरे कन्विक्शन हबो इवन इफ विक्टिम डिपार्ट्स केमिति हबो ना द प्रोसिक्यूशन ऑब्वियसली विल टेक एड ऑफ 145 read with 154 of the evidence act. So once that is done, it is the option of the court to accept either the statement.
Suppose the victim says there was no forcible relationship with the accused.
My lord.
So then how will the court go behind and find out how this conception took place? Because
how the court will proceed, let me humbly clarify. The prosecution in all obvious consequence would take aid of 145 and read with 154 of the Evidence Act to pose questions to the victim. Earlier statements.
Sir, you are saying about hostile, the witness turning hostile.
Exactly, your lordship.
I am talking about the positive evidence. The positive evidence of the victim and the other circumstantial evidence is not supporting prosecution story, but the DNA report is positive. Then what would happen?
I just clarify one thing. Now, in the 164, victim has said that she has been, this petitioner is perpetrator of the crime.
Yes.
Hypothetically, she says something else during the course of the trial by deposing.
Course of the trial, whatever she will state in the doc, that will be binding, not 164 statement. The evidentiary value of 164 statement is limited.
Now, that will be confronted, your lordship.
So the police is taking evidence.
Have an option.
Suppose she resigns from her statement, it may be confronted. But that is not the 164 is not the primary evidence. But there you are, I mean, that I mean, the accused may have a benefit. Suppose after stating in 164 statement, implicating the accused, then while in dock, before cross-examination in her chief, the victim says that, I mean, denies the allegation, doesn't support the prosecution, then she'll be declared hostile and whatever, if the court.
I said the merit part of it. I'm only on the question whether your lordship his further detention would be required or not by the prosecution. I'm only on that question.
Because I have already rejected, then I have to review my order. I have to give the detailed reasons.
Because your lordship has employed the word at that stage.
And if I rely on the statement, on the DNA sampling test, then that becomes difficult. And the admissibility of DNA, I do not know at what stage.
And that, my friends,
how far the court in bail will rely on DNA to grant bail when it has already rejected. That's the difficulty. Because whatever I have observed,
if your lordship wants authority, I will assist. But my friend also has to find out what stage that happened also.
No, obviously, today, since you are citing that there is a positive evidence that the perpetrator, unless perpetrator is not the father of the crime, he may be acquitted. That's a good, it's for the trial court. But can the court take note of that to review the earlier order?
Because it's a pre-trial detention.
I have clearly stated that he has, not pre-trial, during trial. I mean, it's not anticipatory bail.
But it's a pre-trial in the sense trial has commenced post-facto.
If you take paragraph 4 of my bail order, considering the materials on record as contained in the case diary, particular statement of the victim recorded on 164, the court is not inclined. Then I have to say that 164 statement, why I am the ignore now?
This development, your lordship.
Development, but you very fairly stated that she is yet to face the dock. I mean, face the.
I am just taking instruction from the local council. If he is correct, then she has not faced it up.
Right. In many cases, actually, what is happening, they are not supporting. The witness is not supporting. That is possibility. Mr. Samit Mishra, Senior Counsel, instructed by Mr. Mishra, I cannot see you, so only by being acquainted with your voice and dictating. Today, my video is not working. Samir Mishra, Senior Counsel, instructed by this item? Item
Mr. Jay Pradhan is there.
Item 9. Mr. Jay Pradhan. Mr. Jay Pradhan. For the petitioner, Mr. Sharma, AGA for the state. In terms of the earlier order, the learned court in season of the matter has intimated the registry of the court by letter number 187 dated 21/3/2024 that the petitioner oblique informant have been informed their right of audience in the present proceeding before this court. report the learned AGA submits that though he has forwarded copy of the petition to the concerned IOC to intimate the victim oblique informant regarding the right of audience in the present proceeding, he has not received any report regarding the same. In view of the report of the learned ADJ cum PO Special Court under POCSO Act Mayurbhanj, that the victim and informant have been informed the notice to them regarding the right of audience shall be treated to be sufficient. However, since no one is present on behalf of the petitioner, the learned secretary, DLSA, shall do well to verify and intimate the informant oblique victim to provide legal aid, counsel to present their version in the present proceeding. The learned counsel shall have the liberty to appear through the virtual courtroom, Odisha High Court. Nearby virtual courtroom, Odisha High Court. Stop. The Learned Senior Counsel refers to certain scientific evidence to submit that he relies on the same to seek indulgence of the court as far as the prayer for bail is concerned. Copies of such reports shall be filed, has been served on the learned AGO and shall file question, Mr. Pradhan, and have been registered file served on the learned AGO who shall obtain instruction. The copies of the instruction, the copies of such reports shall also be filed in this court. Scan copy be updated. Para the learned counsel for the petitioner shall also, the learned instructing counsel who is present in court on behalf of the petitioner shall also obtain up to the status of trial by the next date. The learned AG shall also obtain up-to-date instruction / status of trial in the matter. Mr. Mishra, how much? 19th or 26th? 26th.
In fact, they have taken a month. I don't know if they want more time. I have nothing to say.
No, they are not appearing.
My lord?
That the notice to the informant victim is a mandate of the statute.
I am not.
So they are not appearing. That is the other difficulty.
And your lordship indicated nobody is appearing for the petitioner. That will be informant / victim.
Informant / victim.
Who petitioner?
They should have that mistake. I am repeating. I don't know. Whenever I am dictating that, I am repeating that the legal aid be provided to the petitioner. So, 21 is appearing.
I am not visible to your lordship.
The Lord Secretary delays. List on 26/4/2024. 26. Oblique from this bench sits next.
My obliged.
No, 26 out of oblique karantu. Confusion now. 26.
My.
Item 20.
Yes, please.
Please, your lordship.
Yes, please.
Lords, here, before my learned friend begins, Miller, though it is the impugned order has been passed.
About High Council को बढ़िया पड़ियो क्यों पूरा कर देता हूँ
Though the impugned order has been passed by the learned presiding officer Upredi court, Miller, but here there is no Upredi office, Miller. So my learned friend will argue the case.
So I was of the impression that it's a paid yes, PID code. Yes. आपका आसुनी नहीं ऑन कर देना है स्विच है ऑन तो
No, on अच्छी.
ऑन अच्छी अच्छा हम ऑडिबल ना नहीं कौन कर रही थी कौन टैप कर लेगा आसुनी साउंड आसुनी तो सेटा बोले दें तो Mr. I was on the impression Mr. Vibhuti Bhushan Mishra for petitioner, Mr. Janmejay Kotikia, AGA for the state. Mr. Bhuya learned special counsel OPID submits that though the order has been passed by the learned presiding officer OPID court, but no offense has been alleged as far as the So I have noted your submission that you require more time. So Panda, this 5 crore, 5 lakhs. So that stares at the person.
That you will
That is how all the courts will be. So how do you, effectuate some kind of, you see, you try to
kindly look at annexure 4 at page 34, my lords.
Yes.
That is a bank statement, my lords.
Yes.
Your lordship may look at the statement dated 9/5/2019.
Yes.
That is an NEFT transfer in favor of the informant complainant of 5 lakhs. Then, my lords, we look at the statement again, dated 14/5/19. Same page. Same NEFT in favor of Nisarani Mahapatra, 5 lakhs. Then, my lords, we look at the next page, page 35. Entry dated 5/7/2019. Again, NEFT in favor of Nisarani, 5 lakhs. Then, my lords, we look at page 37.
So in total, you say that you have transferred this amount to the...
This is just, my lords, an investment she had made in my company, which company has now become bankrupt, for which what Nisarani has done is she has moved the company law board, my lords, that is at page 54. Nisarani has herself become the committee of creditors, my lords. Can a commercial transaction take the place of a crime, my lords, and somebody will remain in custody because he has undertaken a commercial transaction with his relation?
What about the bankruptcy or the NCLT proceeding?
Page 54, my lords, may see. Application has been initiated by Nisarani Mahapatra. Application under section 33 and 34 of the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016 for an order of liquidation against the corporate debtor. In the matter of Suresh Chandra Patnaik, resolution professional of Lumax Resources Private Limited. In
the resolution professional has been appointed.
Yes. Nisarani Mahapatra is the financial creditor. My company is the corporate debtor. Now, my lords, we look at page 55, what the order reads like. Application filed by Mr. So-and-so, resolution professional of corporate debtor.
You are reading which page?
Page 55, my lords.
55 doesn't match.
Of the order, Dr. P. Mohan Raj.
What is the running page? Achha, order, yes. P. Mohan Raj. Right. Yes, it is correct.
This application has been filed by Mr. So-and-so, resolution professional. Corporate insolvency resolution process against corporate debtor under section 7 of the IBC 16 was admitted by this adjudicating authority on 8/10/2021. Applicant was appointed as interim resolution professional. Subsequently, applicant was appointed as resolution professional in the first COC meeting held on 15/11/21, approved by this authority by order dated such and such.
So, Mr. Panda, your case is, your contention is that the entire claim qua your client pertains to this proceeding?
Yes.
So, please note down. Mr. Senior Counsel, Mr. Naik and Mr.
Yes. Well, I have a AGA. My lord, I have a
anyhow, I'm not, since it has been, and this is not a regular bench, so I have to hear instead of adjourning, because let him make his submission so that he can respond also. You know what?
Yes, true, my lord, but I have a preliminary objection, my lord. Somebody who has filed this application for bail and has given his false address, my lord, the address which has been given
list on 26/4/2024. The AGA submits that since he has been assigned the brief today, he may be granted further accommodation to obtain optic instructions in the matter.
Only one thing.
Yes.
Since learned AGA Mr. Patkia is appearing, let him give his date. Because otherwise, usually he is saying that I am engaged here.
Mr. Panda, since also think about the court sitting, not knowing when to sit. Mr. Tripathi made a direct on that. Because the court did not function. So I have no problem, but only Friday. Because I can't break a division bench. ये जो मैटर सब ଆସିବ
standing order
ସବୁ ଆସିବ ଆପଣ ତ standing order
ଚିନ୍ତା କରୁନୁ
ଆଗରୁ ହେଇଥିବ ସେଟା ଦେଖିଦେବେ ନହେଲେ ସେଟା ଅର୍ଡରଟା କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ମିଷ୍ଟର କଟିଆ ସର୍ଭିସ ମିଷ୍ଟର Dhananjay Naik, senior counsel, instructed by Mr. Balaram Naik, appears on behalf of the informant, filing an affidavit. It is submitted by the learned counsel that he is filing affidavit on behalf of the informant. Copy of the affidavit shall be served on the learned counsel for the petitioner and the AGA. Yes, Mr. Kotkia, when do you want? 26 na 3 tale. There should be providence 3. Mr. 3-5-20-24. Yes. And I would only request that you straight away come to those points. Those have been advanced by Mr. Panda. Yes. So that apart from your so yes.
And let me update instruction matter on my affidavit also regarding the correctness of his address.
Yes. Always. Sit up on advance by the next date of posting अपने copy serve कर दियो उनको
item 21
please
21 yes Mr. Mahato
my lord this is the successive bail application of the petitioner
बेटा को सबुड़ा को कर दियो तो positive time intervenes Mr. आज केते हला ଆମର 19 କରୁଛେ 19 ରଖନ୍ତୁ not reach ଯେତେ को 19 को ଆସୁ ହେଲା there's no point in in hurrying this 12 ର ହୋଇ ପାରିବନି sir ଆଜ୍ଞା I am here my lord 12th sir 12th item नहीं 12th ଟା ବି Friday नहीं 12 ରେ ରଖନ୍ତୁନି because already we have lost time 19th ରେ ରଖନ୍ତୁ ଆଉ 12 ଚାନ୍ସ ନାହିଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ନା 19 ରେ ମୁଁ କହିପାରିବିନି ହଁ ସେ ତ ଦେଖିଲୁ ଆମେ ସିଟିଂ ମାସେ ପରେ ହେଲା ଯଦି ଡିଭିଜନ ବେଞ୍ଚ ର ବି କିଛି ରହୁଛି ଜଷ୍ଟିସ ସିହ୍ନାଙ୍କର କିଛି ସିଙ୍ଗଲ ମ୍ୟାଟର ଯୋଉଦିନ ସେଇଟା ତାଙ୍କର ଲିଷ୍ଟ ହଉଛି ମୁଁ ସେଟା କରିଦିଏ ତାଙ୍କର ଡିଗ୍ରୀ କଣ୍ଟିନ୍ୟୁ କଲା ତାଙ୍କର ଆମର ସେଠି ହିୟରିଂ ମ୍ୟାଟର ଆସୁଛି ସେ ଲିଷ୍ଟ କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ ହେଇପାରୁନି But I'm submit my if it is possible 12th ରେ ଥାଉ ନହେଲେ ନାହିଁ ଯଦି ମୁଁ ଆଗୁଆ ବସିଲି ସେତେ oblique ରହୁଛି when this bench next sitting ବି ରହୁଛି କିନ୍ତୁ I have to give a date ନାଇଁ ଠିକ because I found in some other high court date was not listed in the regular course because all the bail petitions are taken serially it is everywhere in India ମାନେ chronological ଆସୁଛି that was taken exception to so that is why I'm giving a date Item 22. Sitting Item 22. Yes. You want adjournment or no? To that 19th. But I was directed to serve a copy of the bail application upon the. I have observed that I have. Because I have not taken up Mr. Mahato's matter. I cannot pass orders beyond that. I am just going to copy it. So Mr. Withdraw. Mr. Mahapatra did. My lord is Mr. Mahato 19th. When this bench sit next. 22 also 19th. And the same also. Again. 24 लिखंतु. First paragraph लिखिवे. BL has been filed under so and so so and so. Para 2 लिखिवे. Other was rejected. 26. ହେଲା. 24 Mr. Sharma you are there and Mr. Patti. अच्छा Mr. Patti. Mr. Akshay Kumar Patti. Additional standing counsel. Mr. N.N. Mahapatra for the petitioner from 22 to Mr. Patti. ठीक अच्छी हमें कोई नहीं वाला 20
20 ना
20 जाए 21টা মিস্টার মাহাতো আর মিস্টার সরি আর মেহতা 22 ରୁ ଶେଷ ଯାଏ ହଉଛନ୍ତି ମିଷ୍ଟର ପ୍ରପତ ମାଇଲ ତାହେଲେ ସେ ହଉଛି ଆପଣ ଲେଖିବେ ଆଉ ଆପେରାନ୍ସଟା 24 ଲେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ତ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ପାର୍ଟ ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ପାରା ଗଲା ଥାର୍ଡ ପାରା ଲେଖିବେ ଅନ୍ when the matter was last taken up so and so order was passed on 8 today at the outset the learned counsel for the petitioner files memo indicating that the petitioner doesn't want to press the petition. Accordingly, the petition stand dismissed as withdrawn.
My lord, item
Yes.
26.
ସବୁଗୁଡାକ ଓଡିସି oblique when this bench sits next. ଯଦି ବାହାରରେ ହେଲା ବି ଆସିବ ଛୋଟ ନେଟୱାର୍କ ଯେତିକି ରହିଲା
ଆଜ୍ଞା ଛୋଟ ମେଟର
ନାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଆଉ ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ମୁଁ I am not entertaining that way ସବୁ ଜାଗା ଆସିବ because the difficulty is that since it is a only specifically assigned matter so କାହିଁକି କାହାର ଇଏ ହବ ବଟ୍ ଯଦି ଲିଷ୍ଟିଂ ହେଲା ତାହେଲେ ହବ ସବୁ ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ